The modern metagame is in total chaos. In the week since the release of Modern Horizons 2, around 80% of tournament decks have at least one playset of Modern Horizons 2 cards. In other words, pretty much every deck is a Modern Horizons 2 deck. And what better deck to experience the new metagame with than Daddy's Grief combo deck? It worked fantastically when we tested it before release, but there are some improvements. We're obviously going for a turn 1 Grief, flickering it with Ephemerate, giving us a whopping 3 discards. But now this time, we have 4 Voidwalker. Our deck used to be weak against graveyard decks, but not anymore, because Voidwalker says any card going to our opponent's graveyard goes into exile instead. And if we choose to, we can play one of our opponent's cards for free by sacking the Voidwalker. And a deck with Reanimate, Voidwalker works really well, basically unblockable, and it works great with our equipments. But because we are exiling so many things, I added Wasteland Strangler. If our opponent has a card in exile, we can toss it into our opponent's graveyard, giving a creature -3/3. And yes, it does work with Voidwalker, but more importantly, it works with Tidehollow. Normally when Tidehollow dies, our opponent gets their card back, but if that card is no longer in exile, our opponent does not get the card back. It's most gangster. The rest of the deck is pretty similar to before. Giver protects, Stoneforge for equipments, removal, and this time 2 Solitude in the main, and 2 more in the sideboard, along with enchantment hate, non-creature hate, burn hate, card draw hate, counters hate, graveyard hate, and creature hate. That is the deck. Now let's get to the gameplay. But first, I've painted more deck boxes. They are extra large, fitting just over 100 double sleeve cards, and look at those colors, aren't they amazing? They are available at Decklist.com. And now here's a gameplay. Opening hand is pretty bad, so we're gonna mull. Oh, and this is very good. We'll keep. We draw Solitude, but now it's Grief time. Oh, some grande. We don't really want Priest and Graveyard, so how would we take Brutality, Ephemerate, and I suppose most pressing threat is Bone Shards. Alright, what a turn. Upon plays Priest, Ephemerate comes back. They drew a second Persist, we'll take one. We pull Rebirth, that's pretty good. And now Mystic, grabbing Batterskull, and back to opponent. Oh, they're Thought Seizing. Taking our Batterskull, pull Vanishing Verse, but for now just swing for 3 and pass back. Oh, ransack the lab. That will put 2 cards into their graveyard, so we Solitude now. I guess we'll wait. Oh, and Chancellor of the Annex, but that is quite alright, because Solitude. Oh, wait, I forgot about its ability. I was just so caught up in the moment. Oh, the important thing is that we exile the Chancellor. Oh wait, we could have saved the Solitude too. Oh my gosh, I'm retarded. I am totally butchering this game. Voidwalker, and despite my family's inbreeding, we take game 1. Going in game 2, we'll keep things simple, and just bring in 2 Highest Guiles, and with that, let's go to game 2. Opening hand's not good. We'll mull. Not great either, but at least we have Tidehollow. Opponent Thought Seizes, taking our Tidehollow. Ew. Giver, and on opponent's turn, they ransack the lab, but nothing good in their graveyard. Rebirth. Whatever, swing for 1. Back to opponent. Opponent plays Priest. We shall draw. Voidwalker, nice. What are they gonna do about this? Hooray. Uh-oh. So they're forcing us to activate Giver now, and oh, they're letting us do it. We'll save protection from black, and it's going back to our turn, but now we can protect Voidwalker. So here's what we'll do. Swing, play Stoneforge, grabbing sword this time, and back to opponent. Oh, they'd be Thought Seizing. That's okay. Taking our sword, but it's back to us. And another Ephemerate. Swing for 3. And there's a concede. What a great start. Now it's on to the next match. Opening hand, no combo. So I think we got a mull. Ew, this isn't good either. But I guess we'll keep. On place Noble. Oh great, another land. We grab Batterskull. Utopia Sprawl. Oh, and it looks like an enchantment deck. How interesting. And another land. We'll somehow make all this work. They play another champion. And Syphilis, Harvest Hand. Basically when they play an enchantment, they draw 3 cards. And these dudes get buffed. And in turn, activate Stoneforge, Ephemerate, and on our upkeep, put out the sword. Ephemerate again. And that's some pretty good value. Okidoki, equip. Swing for 6. They chump. And it's back to opponent. Another one. And Enchantress's Presence. So they have 4 card draw. That's really good. And sadly, our swords get protection from every color, except for the one we need. How about we play Voidwalker and just pass it back. Syphilis again. Oh, Jesus. And they play Sealed Primordium, which means they can take out our artifacts. We are very much pinned here, so we'll keep our deck a secret and go to game 2. Look what Daddy's got. And I assume they'll bring in Leyline of Sanctity, so we'll dump Grief, and with that, let's go to game 2. Opening hand, we have the Solitude combo, so we'll keep. Oh, but no turn 1 creature. Voidwalker. I think Mystic might be better here. We'll try Voidwalker. Mix things up. More Syphilis, and we get another Stoneforge. Swing for 3. Play Stoneforge, and please play a creature. On the ice. They're trying to exile our Mystic. Actually, that's fine. And please play a creature. That's not a creature. Oh my gosh. Giving their other enchantment Shroud. I guess we got a Solitude now. Exile. Ephemerate, and it's back to us. We pull Tidehollow. Play it. Oh boy. That's a lot of artifact hate. Alright, fine. Swing for 6, and back to opponent. They play Cleansing, taking out Tidehollow. And another Grove. So all their enchantments have Shroud. Oh, but prelate. What do we name? 1 will stop on thin ice. 3 will stop their best enchantments. 1 might be the most interesting. Alright, swing for 6. Play prelate. And how will they get out of this one? Enchantress's Presence. Scrotum Weaver. But they're at 6 life. So they're forced to block here, which they do. Oh, and there's a concede. Okay. Going into game 3. We did not see Leyline of Sanctity, so we'll risk it and bring in Grief and ease up on the artifacts. And with that, let's go to game 3. Oh, yeah, this is pretty good. We'll keep. No Leyline of Sanctity. Very unfortunate for our opponent, because Grief, taking Grove, Ephemerate, taking Sprawl. Hooray. They play it. 1 card in their hand. Aw, they throw down the seal. So no Ephemerate, but swing for 3. Play Giver, and pass back. Noble, another land. 3 again. And what? Where are all their cards? It's almost as if someone discarded them. Oh well, swing for 3. And by next turn, Oh, what is this? Sigil the Empty Throne. That is very good. Whenever they play an enchantment, they get a 4/4 angel. Tidehollow, meh. Well, it's up the aggression. 4. And back to opponent. Oh, they got a land. You know who doesn't have lands in hand? Us. Bye. But wait, bye again. Oh, and our opponent concedes. Where was our enchantment hate? Somewhere in the bottom 11 cards of our library. So luckily it didn't come to that. And we had more fun this way anyway. And now we got to the next match. Opening hand, way too many lands, so we're gonna mull. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. Mull. I guess we'll keep this. Land tap. Oh, and it looks like Merfolk. Stoneforge. Grab Batterskull and pass it back. Tideshaper, turning our land into an island. We draw a Giver, but we'll just plan on using Batterskull. And turn opponent vials in another one. Oh, and it's spreading cheeks. Throw down Batterskull. Opponent plays a Lord, and we can't block because of Island Block. We pull a land, but not really worth playing here. So we'll just swing for 4 to try and buy some time and pass back. Another Lord. Opponent animates Mutavault, and another one. Oh, wait a minute, they have lethal. So we're going to game 2. I'm going into game 2. We'll bring in all this for all this, and without, let's go to game 2. Opening hand is very good. We're gonna keep Grief. Oh, force a negation. We don't want them stopping our Ephemerate. We'll take the negation and Ephemerate, taking their vial. Cool, it's back to opponent. We recast Ephemerate, and we'll take an Adept. Oh, we're stuck on 1 land. Fine. They play their other Adept, and hooray, a land. Swing for 3. Mystic, and this time we'll grab Sword. Another Adept. We take 2, and a land. Nice. We could blow up one of their lands, but I think we should prioritize a Sword. So we'll swing for 3 and send it back to opponent. They have a 3rd land, and plays Indestructible Hoe, and no attacks from our opponent. Throw down the Sword. We shall equip. Swing for 5, and because of protection from blue, we'll swing their Adept, pay 1 for the ward. Strangler, meh. And back to our opponent. This new Merfolk is so good. It can get indestructible, draws a card when it attacks, and helps protect the Merfolk. They spread them cheeks, they swing in, and they play a dock hand, so they can tap one of our lands. But sadly for our opponent, swing for 5, and the Sword would have dealt 2 damage to them. Going into game 3, we'll dump this for this one without. Let's go to game 3. Opening hand, Solitude. No flicker, so a mole. And yep, this is pretty good. We'll certainly keep. Opponent plays Vial. And nice Ephemerate. Grief. Oh, a Trickster. That's pretty stinky. We don't want them to spread our cheeks. Then Ephemerate. No cheek spreading for them. And it's back to opponent. Oh, they drew a land. So no Ephemerate. And nice a land. Trickster taps our dude. And Mystic. We'll play it safe and grab Batterskull because our lands kind of suck. Oh, Reesery. So they can tap down our stuff. Oh, and I see dummy thick move. With Solitude, we can really mess up our opponent. Swing for 3, but I wonder if our opponent will attack us. Nope. So we'll throw down Batterskull. Another Rebirth. We shall swing for 7. Oh, and they concede? We didn't get the double exile them. Oh well, on to the next match. Opening hand, we have the combo, so we're gonna keep Grief. Oh, an artifact deck. Take Ravager, Ephemerate, taking Drum. Although with all those Memnites, there won't be anything left in their hand to discard. So we'll choose not to Ephemerate, and this be tricky. Signal Pest will buff their creatures, and we can't block it. So best move, swing for 3, Giver, and back to opponent. Opponent plays Ornithopter. They swing. We'll trade with the Memnite and a Tidehollow. Swing for 3, play Tidehollow, and pass it back. Frogmite, and they keep coming in. Trade there. Oh gosh, and a Vanishing Verse. That's not good. We're really getting outpaced here, so we'll hold back and send it back to opponent. Here comes the choo-choo train. Choo-choo. And shit. This is bad. Urza Saga. And yep, opponent's got us. So we're going to game 2. I'm going into game 2. Let's dump all this for all this, and with the house, go to game 2. Opening hand pretty bad. So a mole. Oof. Is it bad for the time being, but we'll keep. Ink Moth and a Signal Pest. Well, Fracture. And back to opponent. And what do you know? It's Urza Saga and a Ravager. Oh, Vindicate. A little risky, but we'll take out their land. So no Saga for them. Signal Pest, Mantle, and they tickle us for 1. Oh, and Ephemerate. Let's do it now. Target and Ephemerate. Oh, bye. And now it's back to our opponent. Oh, Cranial Plating. But because of Ephemerate, they're too afraid to play their creatures. We'll let it fizzle. They draw Grief. Swing for 3. And back to opponent. Opponent plays Ornithopter. Memnite. Oh, 7. In fact, that's a lot. And yep, they have us. How unfortunate. But what can you do? And it's on to the next match. Opening hand, we have the combo, so we're gonna keep. And oh, only 4 cards in their hand. Rebirth, nice. Grief. Oh boy. We'll wait on Pyromancer and instead go after the bolts and hope our opponent doesn't hit their second land. Hooray, no second land. You know what that means. Ephemerate. Oh, and they drew a second one. Okay, fine. I guess it doesn't matter that much. Play Stoneforge, grabbing Sword, and then pass it back. Pyromancer comes out. We pull a Grief. We'll definitely play Giver this turn, but the real question is, do we want the Voidwalker out or the Sword for next turn? Sword probably takes priority. Okay, swing for 3. Back to opponent. A Fatal Push our Giver, but sadly for our opponent. Sword, Ephemerate, nice. And equip. 2 damage here. And we get Ephemerate. We could Grief and take out their Pyromancer from hand, but why rush things when we're having so much fun? Oh, what? They're taking out our Sword. But we'll Ephemerate Stoneforge. I didn't want that Sword anyway. We have a new Sword. Ephemerate Stoneforge. Vanishing Verse. Swing for 3. Play Voidwalker. Opponent says enough spankings for me. And we're going to game 2. Going into game 2 since we're on the draw. We'll dump Grief for all this, and with that, let's go to game 2. Opening hand is pretty stinky. The champion's pretty good, so we'll keep. Oh, see you later, champion. Voidwalker, cool. Oh, but opponent plays Dreadhorde Arcanist, so they'll be able to flashback Inquisition. Oh, but maybe we should go Stoneforge. That could put them in an awkward situation. Yeah, let's do that. Grabbing Batterskull. Oh, but they have a Thoughtseize. Popping off Inquisition. But this is a tough pick for them, because by letting us keep Strangler, we can kill their Arcanist like this. Oh, but they sack it to draw. Very sneaky. Another one. And the Runner thing. Another Stoneforge, nice. Play it. Grabbing our last equipment, and then we'll pass it back. Oh, Pyromancer. They be swinging in. Flashing back Thoughtseize. Throw down Sword in response. Block. Oh, and 2 lands open. That's pretty stinky. How about equip? Okay. Swing. 2 here. Land. And because it's better to be safe than pregnant, we'll exile Arcanist. Hooray. But with 4 cards in hand, hand. You think they'd have something good. Oh, they're destroying our equipment. And they're making us discard. Oh, another Arcanist. Oh, Mystic, but we're out of equipment. Draw. Giver. These are not good. We'll pass it back and brace our butt cheeks for the worst. Bringing back Pyromancer. Block. Oh, no Lightning Bolt. And a Fatal Push. Oh, but Vanishing Verse. That's pretty good. Exile Arcanist and pass it back. And what? They have Blood Moon? Fine. This is awkward. We'll pass it back. Opponent passes back. Ooh, and a Solitude. That could come in handy. Opponent passes back. We're passing back. And surprise, opponent passes back. We'll pass back to them. Oh, and it's back to us. That works. Might as well do it now. Solitude. Taking out Pyromancer. You know what? They bolt the Giver. But Ephemerate. Taking out a token. Oh, but they have another bolt. That's lame. Okay, back for opponent. And yep, opponent's got us. So we're going to game 3. Bringing in Prelate and without go to game 3. Oh, opening hand kind of bad. Although we do have Champion. So we'll keep. Oh, but discard. Taking Tidehollow. That is strange. And a Mystic. How about we go Mystic and see what they say about that? An Inquisition. Taking our Champion. Oh, and a Thoughtseize. Taking our Batterskull. Land cool. Swing. Oh, and an Arcanist. Do they have Village Rights? We'll find out. Make them sack and exile their graveyard. Oh, that worked. Another one. Swing for 1 and pass it back. Blood Moon. That's fine for now. Oh, and they have a land open. We'll risk it. Ephemerate. Cool. 1 sword. Unforge 1 in. Ephemerate again. Nice. Equip. And what's their opponent going to do about that? Dark Confidant into Pyromancer. And what's this? They're tapping out? I like that. And a Strangler. Pick up Pyromancer. Swing. Back to opponent. Dark Confidant finds another Blood Moon. Many choices. How about we look at their hand? Bolt and Shattering Spree. I like our equipment. Let's swing. They trade. All but opponent bolts. Fine. There goes our equipment. Dark Confidant into land. Nice. Sword. Sword. Sword attack. Sword blocked. And realizing that they've been pinned, there is a concede. A little bit painful, but anything for the spank. So final thoughts. The metagame is scary. I expected our deck to demolish everything in its path, and in some cases it did. So in a way, our deck is busted, but so is everyone else's deck that runs cards from Modern Horizons 2. Imagine going back 5 years and showing a modern player Voidwalker. They'd be like, oh my gosh, this is the most broken card ever. Every deck must be playing it. And it's like, oh no. In 2021, every card's at least this good. On one hand, it's exciting, and on the other, it's pretty scary. So we'll keep exploring the modern metagame and see where it lands amidst all this chaos. Congratulations on making it to the end of the video. Let's celebrate by opening a pack of overpriced cards and giving it away to 3 big boys in the next video. It'll also include a free deck box, so that's pretty cool. Alright, let's get to it. The first few commons we're not going to give away, though, because no one wants to receive commons in the mail. Yeah. Oh, look, Abundant Harvest. Remember when they bamboozled us and they were like, oh, it's a mystical archive card, but just kidding, it's a common. And first giveaway card is a foil Etched Island. And then we have Dam. They're probably going to make a series of cards like this, the next card being Bitch. And oh, look, they realized they could save money on ink and not color in the cards. And ooh, okay, I can't complain about this card. That card's pretty sexy, I'm not going to lie. All right, Talisman, that's a pretty good hit. Cool. And oh, look, they saved some more ink. Another half-penny save for Wizards. Good for them. And okay, a card that no one wants, but we can pretend like it's good. All right, this card, it looks cool. You can't really tell what color it is, but yeah, it's a weird white card. Oh, wait, oh yeah, this is pretty good here. I wasn't even paying attention, but yeah, those are not bad hits. All right, we're giving those away in the next video. Be sure to interact in the comment section below. Yeah, and then we'll pick 3 winners from that. So see you in the next video, interact below, and yeah.